my friends, what's going on? Hey, Gene, get up, get out, get up with Gene. Hey, it's been a while since I've put together a new episode. Things have gotten, or have been pretty darn busy. It's summertime, I'm a musician also, so it's like this season. So I've been keeping super busy. Back to working with the dogs and stuff. Maybe you've seen some of the pictures that I post. On Instagram and on Facebook. Instagram sitting with the dogs, check it out. But I'm still doing the get up and get out with Gene. I'm still posting where I can. I've had a little redirection of my focus, you might say. As I said, I'm doing the music stuff. I've been gigging like crazy. I'm finding myself out there just like, actually things have gotten so much better. Like my gigs, like I look forward to them. I've been communicating with people in between songs. Before it used to just be like, I'm going to play, I'm not talking to anybody, I'm just gonna play and then get my money and get out and get home, because I generally I drive a little bit to different gigs, so I'm going here and there. So I've been feeling really good about that with the music stuff, just connecting with people. I've found that the things that we do, the most important thing, even if people get on my nerves, that we have to communicate with other people. We've got to share, we've got to talk, and I'm not that good at that. I'm a little bit more of an introvert. You'd be surprised with me because I'm doing these videos and stuff. My wife has taught me a great deal about, she's a talker. She's got a gift of gab, and I love it, unless I'm hungry. Then I'm like, come on, we gotta go. But I've been working on this thing of communicating, not just doing these videos where, I'm just talking to a camera, so it's a little bit easier. I don't have to hear anything right now besides my own voice. But, just getting out there and playing my music and talking to people, taking requests, finding out what people like, what they want to hear, what they want to feel, the emotions that maybe they're going through or whatever. And maybe I can do something or I can create something that helps them along in their day or just lets them have a good time, So that's what's been going on in my life a little bit over the summer, So that's a great thing. It's a great thing. But I wanted to get into something here. What I'm thinking about is trying to put together these long form videos, and maybe I'll get it all done in one video, or maybe I'll take a couple of days and cut some different pieces together, do some editing, which I've never really done that much of before, except for the last big video that my wife and I did from the beach, which was due to the wind and technical issues there. But I think it'd be a good idea. So I'm just chilling at home. I'm on the couch and just relaxing. And I wanted to bring this to you, and we'll see where it goes from here. We're 3 minutes into it, and I don't know where it's going to go. I used to say I'm not going to edit or anything like that, but you know what? I might just do that. That's the way professionals do it, right? We piece things together and put it together and then put it out there for you guys. But what I was thinking about, what I wanted to share with you guys, I put together a meme that I made of my own, and on it said, "What goes around comes around," right? Is what it said. What goes around comes around. It says something I was thinking about, and that I put on the meme, that if you want support, you've got to give support. If you want love, you got to give love, right? These are, just really simple things. A lot of us forget about it. I forget about it from time to time. If you want understanding, you want to be understood, you're going to have to understand. If you want somebody to understand you, you might need to understand them. And the last thing on there was, if you want more, you're going to have to give more, And this is a big thing to think about, like with your money. Sometimes, I know money's tight. Money's tight for all of us. It can be for me, can be for you, and everybody around us. But sometimes you might need to shell out a little money. You might need to invest into the people around you. You might need to invest into your future. You might need to invest into your church, that type of thing. So this is what I wanted to get into here, and I figured I'll just go through each one. I've already kind of jumped into it a little bit, but maybe I can just do it all right now. I feel good right now. Let me get a drink. Hold on, I got my drink. I got my fancy dance. Can you see that? Can you see that? Gene Gregory cup. It's got my logo on it, but it's been washed a few times, so the logo is coming off. But my wife makes not the cups themselves, but the design. She came up with this logo, did an excellent job, and can put it on these cups. We're thinking about coming up with some other merchandising ideas for my music, for Get Up and Get Out with Gene, for maybe even with the dogs. Who knows? But hey, did I mention it? I can't even remember if I mentioned it at the beginning. Hey, if you want to find anything else out that I'm doing, sitting with the dogs, I got on Instagram. Now let's just talk about Instagram real quick. Instagram, sitting with the dogs. I got Get Out with Gene Gregory Music. Go find them all right? I like to share stuff. This is what I'm into. I'm wanting to share what's going on. Hold on. So taking a drink. I got my hydrate here. You remember my hydrate? I always talk about it. I don't push it on you anymore. If you want it, try it. But hey, what goes around comes around, right? So that's, we normally think of that in a bad way, or we think about that with like karma, like somebody did something to me, so they're gonna get theirs, right? Well, this is the thing. What goes around comes around. It also works in a very, very positive way, a very positive way. So what I'm thinking is, and maybe you've noticed this too, but most of us recognize this as a negative thing, like they're gonna get theirs. They did this to me, they flipped me off, they cut me off, they said something bad about me on the social media or whatever, and you're like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything, they're gonna get their karma. What goes around comes around. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get kicked in the butt for whatever they did to me is gonna come around to them. But I want to change that around a little bit here. What I wanna do is have you start thinking about some positive things about what goes around and comes around. I've already said, 4 things? 4 things. And there's a ton more. There's a ton more. I mean, you could probably come up with hundreds of, if you do this, you get this, and you can call it karma, you can call it, the ways of the universe, or whatever, what goes around comes around, and I think, starting off with the first point, and I started thinking about this at, and most of these come from just my own thoughts, what I'm feeling, and you may have different feelings, you may not agree with me, and that's okay. We're not always going to see eye to eye. You may not agree with me. You may have other thoughts, and that's cool. That's cool. I'd love it if you watch this video, you have other thoughts, leave comments wherever you're watching it, on any of the social media, because I might need more understanding too. But the first one I had here was, if you want support, you're going to have to give support, right? It's a very simple thing. You can't expect people to support you, to give to you, to do things for you, to show up for you, if you're not giving, you're not showing up for them. You're not supporting other people. If you just put yourself, become a hermit or whatever, and I've felt like this before, like I'm just like, screw everybody else, man. I'm just gonna do my thing, whether you like it or not, whether you support me or not, I don't care. I'm not supporting anybody else, blah, blah, blah. And what I've found, I don't have the time to really get out there and support people as much as I'd like to. I don't have the time to get out there and support my musician friends as much as I'd like to. I keep a busy schedule. I'm working for a living. I'm playing music for a living full time, that type of thing. But what I can do is, at least maybe with the social media, is share other people's thoughts, other people's gigs, other people's posts. That's just one aspect. But, if you want people to support you in any way, you're going to have to find a way to support them. Because what comes around goes around. Is that not the truth? If I want some people to come out to my gigs, maybe I got to get out there and support some people at their gigs. I got to find the time or make the effort, that type of thing. So I'm guilty of that. I'm super guilty of that. If you want people to, I think all these tie in together. Everything I've said, the 4 topics I have here, the 4 things about what comes around goes around. You may have more. So think about it. If you want people to support you, if you want people to give to you, maybe you're going to have to give to others. And I've always felt that even if I don't have time to support each individual, each friend, each family member, each loved one, that type of thing. That I've always felt that like doing these videos, I feel compelled to do these videos, that if I can show some type of support where I'm just lending my thoughts, my thinking to other people, that to me is kind of showing support. It may not be in the way you see it, but I'm doing what I think is the right thing with helping a person today, or 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So if you want support, show support. That's one thing that we've got to do here. One of the other thoughts that I had here is, as I said earlier, is if you want love, you want to feel love, you're going to have to give love, right? If you want love, you're going to have to give love. There comes a time that we all want to be loved. It's a human emotion, it's a human need. It's just what we need, from birth to the end of our lives here on this earth. When we come out of our moms, we come out, we want love. We come out kicking and screaming, and the first thing we want to do is to be held, And I think that at that moment of birth, that when we come out, we want love. That's the first thing. Even in the belly, we've been wanting love, and our mom, dads, whatever, family members will talk, through the mother's tummy, just giving love that way too. We start kicking inside the belly. But anyways, when we come out, it's just, we want love. We come out kicking and screaming. We're happy to be in this world. We're like, what the heck's going on? And the first thing we want to do is be held probably by our mother. That's just human. It's natural instincts, and when a father gets to hold the baby too, it's a great thing too. But mother's been carrying this baby for 9 months or longer or shorter or whatever, if there's complications, all that type of thing. But the first thing we want is to be held and loved, So I think even as a baby, a brand new, newborn baby, that we give love in that moment that we get held by our mother or our father or both, or family member. We give love just by being a newborn baby. Isn't that amazing? And that's something we forget about over time, I think, is that, anytime we express that we need love, it might be through anger or frustration or lashing out or that type of thing, or defiance or whatever, what kids do. And then we as adults still do these things. And a lot of us jump onto social media and like to type away our anger and frustration and defiance. And I think a lot of people that do that want love. They want attention, And I've been accused of doing these videos for attention. Maybe it's true. I don't think so, but maybe deep down inside, subconsciously or whatever, I get a little attention from these videos, but I still feel like I'm putting it out there to help other people. I'm trying to give love the best way that I can. And maybe you have ways to do this. Maybe you have ideas. You can throw them at me. You can comment wherever you want. But if you want love, if you want acceptance, that's maybe another thing there too, which ties into love. If you want some of that, you're going to have to find a way to go out and give love, to express love. Not hate, not anger, not resentment, not just a lot of those things, defiance or whatever. If you want love, if you're hurting inside, I understand if you need to take a break from society, you need to chill out, you need to take a nap, time out, pardon me, whichever, you might need that. I understand. Well, when it's your time that you're really ready and willing to take in love, that you're feeling like you need love, you need that support, you're going to have to give a little bit too. Maybe you're going to have to reach out. Maybe you're going to have to understand other people. Maybe you're going to have to do some bigger things. Maybe you're just, you're going to have to express yourself more. If you want love, you're going to have to give love by maybe expressing your feelings. Maybe you need to get in a group where you're able to chat. Maybe it's therapy, whatever, but maybe you need to get somewhere where you can tell your story. And I think that's giving love, because you're telling your story. When you're doing that, you're vocalizing, you're communicating, you're telling your story, you're sharing, you're giving love to somebody else, because somebody else is going to hear your story and be like, wow, I'm not the only one. I feel that love. I feel that energy from that person that's been through the same thing as me. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. I really hope what I've said so far makes some sense, because I feel like I'm out of the loop a little bit. It's been a while. I need some retraining on how to do a video. But that's just something I'm thinking about so far is about support and love. And if you want these things, what comes around goes around. You want support, you're going to have to give support. You want love, you're going to have to give some love. Think about that. Is that true? Is that true? Leave a comment. You might have some other ideas. And I want your ideas, because it helps me, gives me some, what is it called? Fodder for another video maybe, or maybe just more discussion, that type of thing. So think about it so far. The support and love, you're going to have to give it. What comes around goes around. So you're also looking to be understood. You're like, why can't anybody understand me? Why can't anybody understand what's going on in my life? Have you ever thought that you might need to just stop a minute? And as I said, you know, everything you want, what comes around goes around. If you want, you know, people to understand you, maybe you need to take a minute, you know, to just start understanding some other people. Maybe it's family members or people you work with, you know, people close to you, that type of thing. Look at the puppies back here. You know, if you're really, really looking for some understanding, for somebody to understand you. Sorry, the flies getting at me. Flies, summertime, it's August here. But if you're really looking for some understanding, you want some people to just get what you're going through, maybe just get what everybody else is going through, you know? You may not be the only one that's going through some issues here. Sorry about the noise here. I got a plane going over. But it's again, it's what I get for doing these things outdoors here and living by the airport. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are these planes flying over? You know, I do understand. Really, there's an airport right down the road. But really, I mean, this is really just short and to the point. You know, if there's a lot of us that go through life, and like, nobody understands me. Nobody gets what I'm going through. Nobody gets it. You know, if you want to be understood, start understanding. Start understanding what is going on in the world, what's going on, you know, with the people around you. You know, take a minute. And as I said, let me move around here. Look, this is my puppy friends here. I just thought I'd get a little bit more of the video. You got it here? See them playing? It's a nice, cool day, so the dogs are out here playing. And I just thought I'd do this portion of the video right here. But that's my friend Lucy back there. Can you see her in the corner? But yeah, so just take a minute. You know, when you're hoping to be understood, maybe take a time out. Maybe take a time out and say, hey, what do I need to do to understand the people around me, the people that I love, people that I care for, my co-workers, that type of thing. Maybe let me understand what they're going through, and I'll learn, or maybe when I understand what they're going through, these dogs are crazy, you know, they'll understand me. Maybe. I mean, it's not always going to work that way, but if you want to be understood, try a little bit of understanding. I hope that makes sense, you know. It's just a very short point. I said these dogs are crazy today. It's a nice cooler day out, so they're playing like crazy. But so I hope you get that point. So let's see if I can just wrap this up here, talking about what comes around goes around. You know, there's, you know, so many things. As I said before, you could probably come up with more. Hey, I'm trying to make a video here. Dogs just don't understand. They just don't get it. But the last one that I had is, if you want more, you're going to have to give more, correct? If you want more, you're going to have to give more. And I found this out with, like, if you want more money, you're going to have to give more money. You want more, just pretty much everything that I've already been through. You know, more understanding, more love, more, what else did I talk about? You know, but anyways, if you want more, you're gonna have to give more. And this just goes to all that I've been talking about. So think about that if you could, while you're watching this video, wherever you're watching it. You know, me and the dogs are doing our thing. Can you see them back there? They're all hanging out. They don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, so if you want more, you're going to have to give more. It's that simple. It's that simple. You know what I mean? So I hope this video works for you. I hope this video does some things to stir the mind, the thoughts, you know, and makes you just think about what you're doing in life and you know, what comes around goes around. Let's try to keep this in a positive light. Okay? Can we do that today? Hey, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it well. You know, if you like it, you're watching on YouTube, maybe subscribe to the channel, please. Get Up and Get Out with Gene channel, and share it. Share it with some other people. Maybe you don't need this information right now, but maybe somebody you know does. Okay? So let's see if we can help maybe one person today, or 2, 3, 4, 5 today. Can we do that? Can we do that today? Hey, I hope so. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. All right? Hey, peace and chicken grease. See ya.